David Parsons first out in car number 28. He's out of Louisville, and this is his first ever attempt on the Salem High Banks. He practiced a little bit this morning, but he's brand new. He's never done this before at Salem, and we certainly wish him well. David Parsons out of Louisville, Kentucky. 21.326, 21.326 first lap time for Parsons. .875, better on the second round, 20.875. Next out on the track, car number 69, driver in the Ross Brothers Transmission Chevrolet. Another driver from Louisville. This is Craig Rogers. Good to have him back in the house. He blew the engine up in this thing first race out. Hasn't been back since. Good to have him back on the high banks. Craig Rogers out of Louisville. .21.429, first lap time for Rogers. Better on the second lap, 21.214, 21.214, second lap for Rogers. Next out, car number 92, another newcomer from Philpott, Kentucky, the Howard Racing Chevrolet. This is Wesley Howard. Wesley Howard in only his second night racing on the high banks. Wesley Howard in 92. .727, 20727, first lap time for Howard. Better on the second lap, 20.609, 20.609, second lap for Howard make that. Next up, car number 75, another brand new rookie driver in the lineup here tonight. There are several. Jeremy Lutz, the driver in the 75 car. Jeremy Lutz in a Ford, the only Ford in the field. .22.152, 22.152. This is the only Ford among the street stock ranks here tonight. Much better on the second lap, 21.723, 21.723. Next out in the 12T, the Brown Racing Chevrolet, veteran out of Akron, Kentucky, Tommy Brown Jr. Tommy Brown Jr. in the 12T. Ran well here last time. .20.970, 20.970. That's the first lap for Tommy Brown Jr., Akron, Kentucky's Tommy Brown Jr. Better on the second lap, 20.853, 20.853. Up next, car number 40, the Carolina National K&K Repair Service Bratcher Enterprises Chevrolet driver out of Louisville, Kentucky, south of the Ohio. Car number 40 is Harold Bratcher. Bratcher and 40 and way up on the wall, even caught a piece off 3. .607. First lap time for Harold Bratcher. Handsome Harry, we call him. He likes that tag. Better on the second lap, 21.204, 21.204. Car number 38 rolls next, the Advantage Painting and Son Bubba Fab Chevrolet driver out of Camp Taylor, Kentucky. This is Alex Ware. Alex Ware had a big night the last time out here, finishing 3rd in the main event. He's got this thing figured out. That's your quick time tonight, 20.077 for Alex Ware. Finished 3rd here last time out. Ware right up on the fence, a little too hard up there. He kind of blubbered across the line. He caught the wall up there in turn 4. 20.307. Nonetheless, his first lap time, 20.077, quickest so far. Despite the wall banger in 3 and 4. Next up in the DZ Auto Center Chevrolet, with a little help from Craig's Signs. Driver from Greenville, Indiana, back in the Hoosier State. This is David Powell. David Powell, car number 17. Hang on, Dave. He got a little squirrely. .037. Had his hands full off the second corner and the 4th turn last time by. David Powell at the stripe. Did not catch the second lap. Had a little debris up there in turn 1. Have to clear that off. By the way, we qualify according to point standings, inverted. So they're getting faster, getting with faster cars as we get deeper into this. Inverted qualifying according to point standings. Car number 9 is next. Noel Staff, the driver. Noel Staff, the driver, car number 9. This machine owned by the Todd Kemp Racing crew. Backup car for Todd Kemp. Noel Staff in the driver's chair tonight. .851, 22.851. Noel Staff. .159, 22.159 second lap for Noel Staff.
Yeah, I was going to say it don't matter.
Next up, car number 59, the Murphy Transportation A1 Transmission Chevrolet out of Louisville, Kentucky. This is Nick Cook. Nick Cook, a rookie on the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car Tour. Nick Cook. 21.628. 21.628. .021 on the second lap, 21.021 second lap for Nick Cook. 74 car rolls next. Driver in the Bombs Racing Supply, MR Heating and Air, B&D Weed Control, Shane Wilson Lawn Care Chevrolet. Youngster out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky. This is Austin Baum. Austin Baum. .440 for the young mechanical engineering student at the Purdue University. .20.200 time, second lap for Austin Baum. Next up, car number 17, the K&K Repair Service, Blue Lick Backhoe Services, Focal Point Homes and Development Chevrolet out of Henryville, Indiana. This is Shane Slider. Shane Slider in the 17 out of Henryville, Indiana. .846. First lap time for Shane Slider. .514. Next out, car number 54, the Gilead Construction, Skyline Chili, Shane Wilson Lawn Care, Locker Room Pub Chevrolet, your 1998 Halloween 200 champion and 2002 track champion, the Iceman, Tony Conway from Louisville. .250, 20.250 first lap for the Iceman, Tony Conway. On it hard off turn 4. .282 on the second lap, 20282. Next up, car number 4, the Brothers Packaging Chevrolet out of Bardstown, Kentucky. This is Dr. Michael Sharp, chiropractor by trade and a pretty doggone good wheelman here on the high banks each and every Saturday night. Michael Sharp, the good doctor from Bardstown. .20.632. First round for Michael Sharp. You need your back wrenched, here's your guy, chiropractor. Better on the second round, 20.354, 354. Next up, car number 32, the Gilead Construction, Skyline Chili, Shane Wilson Lawn Care, Locker Room Pub Chevy. All-time winner in this field here tonight with 28 career victories. 4-time Salem Speedway track champion from Borden, Indiana, the veteran David Baines. Baines in 32. Quick time, 19.846, 19.846. Fast time for David Baines so far. Hard on it off turn 4. Look at that wheelman. He's a wheelman. He drives this track like he's at Eldora. 9:05 on the second lap, 19.905, but his first lap at 18.846. Good for quick time. Next up, car number 75, the Wright Mechanical Turtlefish Clothing Titan Titan Graphics Chevrolet, with a lot of help from Justin and Gary Hadley, crewmen on the car from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. Car number 75 is Jamie Goodman. Had a good run here last time out. Getting faster every week. .630. First round for Jamie Goodman. Beautiful car. .391, 20.391. The 84 car rolls next. The K&K Repair Service, Carolina Transport, 7 Spring Enterprises, All-Star Truck Repair Chevrolet out of Louisville, Kentucky. Car number 84 is Justin Fiedler. Fiedler in 84. He likes a loose race car. Watch him off the corner. .615, 20.615. First time around for Justin Fiedler. He likes to hang it out. Look at that. .348, 20.348. The time for Justin Fiedler. Next up, the IFI Trucking, J&A Auto, Interstate Fuel Injection, Ison, Dawn Accounting Chevrolet. From Austin, Indiana, the veteran, Scott Caudell. Caudell in 20. Good lap, 20.191, 20.191. Solid ride from Scott Caudell, the Austin, Indiana driver. Second quick, good lap, 19.889, 19.889. Second fast time for Scott Caudell. Here's another driver coming right up through the ranks, getting faster and better each time out in the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, Tim Hodgkins Body Shop. In and Out Auto Services Chevrolet from Shepherdsville, Kentucky. This is Brandon Deckard. Deckard in third. Oh, hang on, Brandon. Got himself a loose race car. .767. The loose race car off turn 4 did not help his cause on the first lap. Brandon Deckard looking for a better exit off turn 4 here. Whoa, hang on. He is sideways. He's got his hand. He's faster, 20.577, but he had his hands crossed up off turn 4. Next up, car number 12, the Mr. Heating and MR Heating and Air, Holy Smokes Barbecue Pro Tint Chevrolet, 10 times a winner in the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car Series. This is Kyle Hadley. 10-time winner. Good ride, 20.132, 20.132. That's the first lap for Kyle Hadley, the Louisville, Kentucky veteran. .225 on the second lap, just a tick slower, but a good ride nonetheless for Kyle Hadley, the 10-time winner on the Salem High Banks. Quick time so far, David Baines checked in at 19.846 seconds. That's fastest on the board so far, with a 5-time champion on the way. The veteran in the Kemp Excavating, Hank Sign Shop, Kentuckiana Body and Glass Small Brothers Repair Chevrolet. The 5-time track champion from Huntingburg, Indiana. This is the veteran, Todd Kemp. Kemp, car number 9, with a way high exit off turn 4. He was right up on the wall. .001. He's right there. He's close. You see that line through 3 and 4? He was right up on the fence. Still there. That's third quick, 19.967. 19.967 third lap time for Kyle Hadley. Car number 99 rolls next, and because Chuck Barnes isn't here tonight, he's now your current point leader on the Salem High Banks. Car number 99, the Shot Electric Brass Flamingo Chevrolet from Birdseye, Indiana. The Birdseye Bullet is Brian Bear. .004. The 3-time champion and 2-time Firecracker 200 winner. Oh, and in trouble in 3 and 4. Wow. Now, I don't know what's going on, but that's very rare that you'd see Brian Bear, the 3-time track champion, go up and slug the wall in 3 and 4. But that's exactly what happened. And I think he... Check. I think he pounded it pretty hard. Brian Bear caught the fence up there. Check. Check. Testing. Check. Test. So Brian Bear, I don't know. I don't know if something broke on the car or we just saw a very rare mistake. But that car pounded the wall hard up there in 3 and 4. And that can't bode well for the rest of his evening. Now, because Chucky Barnes did not show up tonight, I believe Chucky Barnes, who was leading the points, is racing tonight at Anderson Speedway with the CRA Tour. That opened up the door for Brian Bear, who by default will be the new, well, I can't say that yet. But he was certainly in the catbird seat to be the new point leader. He was second in points. He finished second last time out in that phenomenal show we saw on August 25th when he and Barnes went at it for 70 laps for the lead. Just phenomenal. But again, beautiful field of Lucas Oil Great American stock cars ready to roar on the high banks. For the open wheel fans in the house tonight, you're in for a treat. This is, without question, you're looking at the best, most awesome, most competitive street stock field in the United States of America. They're here most each and every event, more often than not, and they are the best. There are veterans in this field with 5 track championships. There are rookies and drivers and everywhere in between, actually. But these guys, make no mistake about it, are the best in the United States of America in this street stock business, specifically here on the high banks. They're very good at what they do. And boy, do they put on a whale of a show. They're on just an 8-inch Hoosier tire, so they slip and slide around here like they're at Eldora. It's so fun to watch. It's great competition, and you're in for a treat. The Lucas Oil Great American stock cars ready to rumble on the high banks. And we're still working on Brian Bear's car. Now, if Brian Bear can get out, he can start at the tail end. He would have started much farther up according to his first lap qualifying time, which was decent. But as they continue to work on the 99 car, I think he's inside, strapped in, ready to go. But they got to get that thing down off the jack and roll him out. And if he can get out in time, he can tack the tail end of this 50-lap Hoosier Lottery feature event for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. But boy, oh boy, Brian Bear is still on pit road. So a little drama there, a lot of drama for the Bird's Eye Bullet and all the fans. I don't know that any street stock driver puts more fans in the stands than the Bird's Eye Bullet. And I know they're anxiously awaiting the arrival of the 99 car. We hope he can get it done and fixed in time. "50 laps the distance for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. And they begin to roll behind the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Ford Pace Truck. Thank you, Kentuckiana Ford dealers and Eddie Gilstrap Motors, for the continued support. We appreciate you guys. '28 car, David Parsons Jr. making his first start here tonight on the high banks. Scott Caudell on the pole, car number 20 out of Austin, Indiana. He's got Alex Ware alongside. Alex Ware was spectacular in the last event here, coming home third in the 38 car. Todd Kemp, the 5-time track champion from inside row 2, car number 9. He's alongside the 10-time Salem Speedway winner, Kyle Hadley, out of Louisville, Ohio. David Baines, your fastest qualifier tonight. He rolled the 5 as the inversion, so Baines rolls off from inside row 3, car number 32, the 4-time Salem Speedway track champion and fast qualifier tonight, David Baines from inside row number 3 in the number 32 car, alongside his teammate, the Iceman, Tony Conway. Car number 54, the 1998 Halloween 200 champion. Austin Baum has himself a good starting spot from inside row 4 tonight, car number 74. He's alongside the good doctor, Dr. Michael Sharp. Dr. Michael Sharp in car number 4, outside row number 4. Michael Sharp, car number 4. From inside row 5, car number 84 is Justin Fiedler. Justin Fiedler in car number 84. He's got his teammate alongside, Shane Slider, in car number 17. So teammates in that row number 5, Fiedler on the bottom, car number 84, Shane Slider outside of him. Row 6, Jamie Goodman in 75. And hey, let's hear it for Jamie Goodman. All right, thanks for coming out. Appreciate all the Jamie Goodman fans in the house tonight. He's been running well. We wish him well tonight. Wesley Howard alongside car number 92. Brandon Deckard way back, car number 13. The 17 is David Powell. Car number 59, Nick Cook in the lineup. Nick Cook, good to have you in the house. He's got Craig Rogers alongside car number 69. It's Harold Bratcher, car number 40. Noel Staff, car number 9. And in the 75T is Jeremy Lutz. Jeremy Lutz alongside Tommy Brown Jr. Tommy Brown Jr. from the back end in the 12T. We get the 1-lap signal this time by Brian Bear. They're jacking on the car. Brian Bear, they're jacking away on that car, but boy, he's got to hurry. Come on, Brian. It just came down off the jack. We're coming to green this time by, coming to green this time by. And there he goes. Brian Bear rolls off pit road. We're coming to green this time by. Ahead and behind, the beautiful Eddie Gilstrap Motors Ford 150 Pace Truck. Beautiful night at Salem Speedway. Welcome, everybody. We're glad you're here. Here they come, the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. Scott Caudell with the lead off turn 2. Caudell the leader now with Todd Kemp in tow. Alex Ware settles in third. David Baines already wheeling inside of the 12 car of Kyle Hadley. They're door-to-door off turn 4. Boy, Brian Bear's smoke pouring from the 99. Doesn't look good for Bear. Bear probably headed for pit road, smoke pouring from under the 99 car. Your leader is Scott Caudell with a 5-time champion in tow. Brian Bear headed for pit road. Smoke just pouring from the right front on that car. Scott Caudell, your leader. Never won at Salem Speedway. 50 laps. 3 laps on the board. It's Caudell, Kemp, Alex Ware, Hadley, and David Baines, your top 5. Brian Bear rolls to a stop to the attention of his crew. Meanwhile, back up front, it's Scott Caudell showing the way. Caudell, the leader, still, and beginning to open it up in the early going. 5 lengths the advantage off turn 4. .50 laps the distance. Caudell leading, and now up into traffic. Leaders coming up on lap traffic. Down to the bottom for the lap traffic on the high side. Leaders off turn 4. Back in turn 1, it's tight now. Todd Kemp with just a length away now. Kemp now beginning to get his hands full with the 38 of Alex Ware. It's Scott Caudell, Todd Kemp, and Ware, the top 3. With the 12 of Kyle Hadley and David Baines in tow. One more headed for pit road. It's Noel Staff in the 9 car on pit road now. Back up front, the leaders are stacked up nose to tail. Alex Ware looking for room around the 9 cars. Not going to happen there. He'll fall back in line. Leaders, 5 of them now stacked up off turn 4. Caudell has never won a Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car Feature event at Salem Speedway. Showing the way now in the early going, putting 7 laps on the board this time by, but he's got company. He's got the 5-time champion Todd Kemp lurking in the rear view mirror. Leaders 1, 2, 3 are stacked up. Kemp looking for room, maybe a little touch there. There was close, it was close. Looked like he wiggled the 20 car there in 1 and 2. Back up front, leaders are stacked up nose to tail now. Kemp still looking for room and a way around the 20 car of Scott Caudell. 10 laps on the board. We'll need 40 more to call it a night for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. Look at this, lead battle, stacked up. Caudell, Kemp, Ware, Justin Hadley, and David Baines, your top 5 contenders for now. Alex Ware getting busy, looking for room inside, taking a peek again in 1 and 2, and now with a fender inside of Kemp off turn 2. He's got more than that, not enough. He'll fall back in line. It's hard to get that good run on the low end off turn 2. He'll follow in the tire tracks of Kemp. Leaders through traffic off turn 4. Back up front, going by more lap cars. Brian Bear's back out on the speedway, but just putting around on the bottom end. Bear trying to make a go of it tonight after slamming into the wall in qualifying earlier. If you missed it, Brian Bear, who could have easily walked off with a point lead here tonight, clobbered the wall in turn 4 in qualifying, and he's been struggling. The crew has, trying to essentially rebuild that car in time for the main event. Not enough there. Look at Todd Kemp go on the outside, looking for room on the high side, and Caudell will close the door on Kemp, and now Ware has to check up. That opens the door for the 12 car. Kyle Hadley drives through on the high side. He's in 3rd off turn 4. Wow. Scott Caudell, looked like Todd Kemp had the advantage. The high line off turn 2, Caudell closed the door in a big way, and they stacked up. And the 38 of Alex Ware got the worst of it. Back up front with the leaders. Kemp is within inches, a car length now. Off turn 4, leaders still going at it. Caudell sort of hanging on for dear life with 15 laps on the board. 35 to go in the 50-lap Hoosier Lottery 50 feature event for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. It's been a great one so far as Ware finally settles back into 5th. That'll bring David Baines up to 4th, but this is interesting because Scott Caudell is just giving it the ride of his life tonight. He's never won in this Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car League. The Austin, Indiana driver in control for now, but he's got a heck of a lot of experience, veterans, and know-how in the rear view mirror. Let's start with Todd Kemp, the 5-time champion. We know he can get the job done. Kyle Hadley in the 12. He's won here 10 times. And, of course, David Baines, 28 feature victories for him in this division, 4-time track champion. Yeah, Scott Caudell has got a lot to be concerned with in that rear view mirror, and I've got to believe he's checking it in a big way. David Baines getting busy on the low end. Got a fender and much more inside of the 12 car of Kyle Hadley. Back off into 1 and 2. Baines trying to make it work on the bottom. He'll drift up high, and wow, what a race off turn 2. Give it to David Baines now. David Baines found a way around. It's hard to pass here on the bottom end, but he got it done with a slide job in 1 and 2. David Baines, the 28-time winner, now up into 3rd. And the leader's got his hands full in traffic off turn 2. Scott Caudell continuing to show the way. Todd Kemp, and now Todd Kemp's got to be concerned with a 4-time champion in his rear view mirror. Got to give it to, look at the bird's eye bullet, Brian Bear, the handle way off on that car after the crash earlier today, but give him credit. They worked hard to get it back out there, just putting around on the bottom, but nonetheless getting points for it as well. So that's a good strategy to get that car out and at least gain some points as he continues in his feat for the track championship, 2020 track championship. And now the lead battle continues. Scott Caudell doing all he can to hold off the 9 car and now bring up the 32 of David Baines. The leaders are stacked up nose to tail again in 3 and 4. Caudell, your leader, will put 22 laps on the board this time by. And now Todd Kemp peaks with a fender inside of Caudell now. More than that in 1 and 2. They're door to door. Caudell slides high and slides the 20 car out of the way. The 20 car not giving it. Another 3 wide for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. David Baines on the low end with Todd Kemp, and they're crashing up there. Trouble in 3 and 4. Wow. Whoa. Wow. Holy Toledo. Wow. Holy Toledo. What a race. We told you it was going to be good. Drama, action, thrills, and spills. This series delivers. Delivers. Check. Kyle Hadley nearly went on his lid, comes back down on all fours and drives it down pit road. Hadley nearly went all the way over. But a mess up there in turn 3 and 4. It all began and started when the leaders got 3 wide. You don't see that often here. Todd Kemp was trying to find a way, the 9 car Kemp was trying to find a way inside of Scott Caudell off turn 2. Scott Caudell would not give it up on the high side and drove him down the backstretch door to door. Meanwhile, Baines got a slingshot run off turn 2 and dove down inside of both to make it 3 wide up there in turn 3. It didn't work out so well. And now we have this. Cars coming together. And I got to tell you, Todd Kemp had Kemp been able to stay where he was, he would have come out the point leader tonight because he was 3rd in points coming in. And now he's got himself in trouble, smushed between the 32 and the 38 of Alex Ware, who caught a big piece of that as well. Unfortunate set of circumstances for the leaders, but my God, what a show these guys put on. And this, I tell you, this bodes well for Brian Bear. This is very much to Brian Bear's favor because as hard as Bear clobbered the wall in qualifying earlier, they just couldn't fix the car in time. I mean, he hit hard up there, landed hard. Couldn't fix it, but they did their best. They worked like dogs down there to put it back together with what they had to work with. And they got him out in time, just barely to catch the tail end of the field as they were coming to green. Obviously, as hurt as the car is, it's not going to perform tonight. But as through the process of elimination, this bodes well in the championship point standings chase for Brian Bear, who's just putting around tonight with a badly hurt race car. But still, collecting points as he goes. A very good strategy on their part to work hard through this difficult time and get the bird's eye bullet back on the speedway, even in the slow mode. Three cars locked together up there in turn 3 and 4. David Baines on the bottom, Todd Kemp, the 9 car in the middle, with Alex Ware on the high side. And of course, Scott Caudell, who led the early going here, the 20 car, he caught a big piece of that. He was able to drive down pit road somehow. That car was really, really torn up badly, able to go down pit road and drive it back to his pit stall, as was the 12 car of Kyle Hadley, who caught a big piece of that up there. Nearly got on his lid, came down and drove it down pit road to the attention of his crew. Of course, under a red flag situation, unfortunately, for the people who need repairs, and there's a lot of them right now, you can't work on these cars on a red flag. When it goes back caution, when the yellow flag comes back out, you can work on it, but not with the red flag out. They just have to sit there and bite their fingers, waiting for their opportunity to go to work on their race cars. So they must be wadded together pretty good up there, locked together in a big way, still trying to pull the 32 car away from the 9. Too wide in turn 3 and 4 is difficult enough. 3 wide can be impossible. It certainly was tonight. I don't want to say impossible. I've seen it before, but it's difficult. It's challenging. It was exciting. Well, what this is also going to do is sort of open the door for some of the guys looking for their career first feature event victory here tonight. One of which would be Jamie Goodman, who's lurking back there, and now he'll be running with the leaders. Jamie Goodman, the 75 car, is not won yet, nor has the 4 of Dr. Michael Sharp, still looking for that first victory. Tony Conway's been to victory lane here plenty of times in the 54, the Iceman, but it's been a while, so he's especially hungry, and with what could be a golden opportunity here tonight. Austin Baum, another car, 74 car, still looking for that first feature win here. So is Justin Fiedler, so is Shane Slider, Brandon Deckard. Brandon Deckard looking for that first feature win. So there's a lot of guys now in the mix in what could be a first. So this really changes the complexion of the whole evening. Well, we're making progress up there. That's a good sign. We've got the 38 car on the hook and being pulled away. Alex Ware, boy, he had a good run going. That's unfortunate. Alex Ware on the hook. David Baines on the hook are going there. And with Todd Kemp still up on the banking. It's a beautiful night in southern Indiana. It's a pretty hot one today, but getting more comfortable all the time. Little cloud cover for us on the backstretch. That helps as the sun sets off into the west. Beautiful southern Indiana. Welcome to Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. It's a beautiful night, and we hope you're enjoying the show. So excited for the 61st running of the Joe James Pat O'Connor Memorial coming your way soon. 75 laps of the USAC Silver Crown Series on the high banks. Under the lights. It's going to be so cool. Can't wait. The biggest field of USAC Silver Crown cars ever assembled at Salem Speedway. 20 cars strong and all quality stuff. Big field, good field, veteran drivers, champion drivers, former winners. A little bit of everything coming your way in the 61st running of the Joe James Pat O'Connor Memorial. 75 laps. Looking forward to it. And we've got the vintage cars we're going to bring out yet tonight, too. We've got vintage cars, and want to thank the Midwest Old Timers Vintage Race Car Club, who brought it here tonight in a big way. 30-plus strong tonight. Vintage cars reaching back to the 1930s. Racing cars and classics from yesteryear, from the 30s and 40s and 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, but a phenomenal field of Midwest old-timer vintage cars tonight. We're going to put them all, and a couple of really cool Indianapolis 500 A.J. Watson Roadsters. Parnelli Jones, not here tonight, but the replica of that 63 Indy 500 winning car here tonight. An old Jim Hurtubise Indy Roadster Classic here, but looking forward to seeing those guys out onto the track in their open face helmets. Give you a glimpse of what it was like 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. So thank you, Midwest Old Timers Vintage Race Car Club. We know you're here. We're glad you're here. We appreciate the show you bring. You bring a lot of extra flavor to the big show here tonight. All right, we're getting there. We've got progress. This is progress. Oil dry going down up in 3 and 4. One more car to remove. And caution on the speedway. Well, no, they're just red flags still out. My bad. They're just bringing them around to the front stretch, but red flag still on the speedway. So that means the cars can't circulate, they can't go anywhere, and you can't work on them. it's a little harder on the high banks to drag cars off the high banks. It's more challenging. If you were on a flat track and you're trying to hook a damaged race car and pull it out of the way, it's not so bad. But when you're trying to accomplish it on the high banks, it's way more challenging, especially when there's 3 wadded up there in 3 and 4, which was the case here tonight. Final one on the hook and headed for pit road. It's Todd Kemp, the 5-time track champion, will not be a winner here tonight. As the track, and by the way, we got one of the best safety crews in the short track business here at Salem Speedway. We've got veterans on this safety crew that work decades at NASCAR. We've got veterans on this safety crew that work the Indianapolis 500 every year. We have the very best safety crew, one of the best in America here at Salem Speedway, and I know they're working hard to get that track ready, race ready to go here tonight. You can check the damage report for yourself. Here it is, Todd Kemp, the Huntingburg Hurricane. Isn't so whirled up right now. He's on the back end of a hook and headed for his stall. That's the thing. When you crash at Salem, it's never a fender bender. It's a hard crash in the right front corner, completely torn off. The 9 car, suspension pieces missing, may have got the front clip. I don't know. That's a bad crash, and they're hard to rebuild and get them back here next week. The Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars are on the schedule next Saturday night with the Vors Compact Touring Series on the high banks. If you haven't seen the Vors thing, you ought to check it out. They'll bring as many as 40 cars here next week and start them all on their feature event on the high banks. It's a great show, and we've got the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. I'm wondering if some may be absent as a result of the crash up here tonight. When you land here, you land hard. Land ho. As was evidenced by the semi-truck race we had here last Saturday night. 2 semi-trucks in the feature got together off turn 4. One crashed into the turn 4 crossover gate down there and destroyed it. The crew, Bill Nisley, the Salem Speedway promoter, and his guys worked 5 solid days to weld and piece and put that crossover gate back together. It took another 4 days to remove the oil that the semi-truck spilled down the track, about 20 gallons worth around the track. It was a whole week putting this place back together to get ready for tonight's big show. And Bill Nisley, the new Salem Speedway promoter, did a phenomenal job, as did his crew, to get it back together in time for this great, great classic stock car open wheel event. Caution lights are back on. All right, caution lights back on. That means these guys can go to work on their cars. I don't know if they can get her done in time. I saw a lot of damage coming down pit road, but anyway, caution lights are on, cars rolling, crews working. I got a feeling the excitement isn't over yet. Might be just getting going. 22 laps on the board. 28 more to call it a night for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. Look at David Baines back out, minus a right front fender. David Baines. So, for all the beating and banging, David Baines didn't come out too badly. Who needs a right front fender? All he needs is some good suspension parts up front to make it work. And so far, so good for Baines, who could come out with some good points tonight if he can. We'll see how well that thing handles. It doesn't take much to knock the handle off these cars. So the 9 car out, no doubt, with heavy right front corner damage on the 9 car. Todd Kemp out for the night. The 20 car, Scott Caudell, who looked so good early on, is out. In the 20 car, Alex Ware, the 38, he's done for the night. Or they're working on it. I don't know if they'll get him back out, but Jeremy Lutz headed for pit road in that 75 Ford Thunderbird. Pacing behind the beautiful Eddie Gilstrap Motors official pace truck of the Salem Speedway. So far we lost 4 cars, the 9 of Todd Kemp, the 20 of Scott Caudell. Not seen the 12 car of Kyle Hadley come back out, and the 38 of Alex Ware. Those 4 cars at this moment in time unable to go. But Brian Bear, the bird's eye bullet, still putting around out there. David Baines somehow got it back together. So damage report not too bad on the 32. We'll see how it works in the main event. Caution continues on the speedway as they sort through the lineup. Now remember, my bad. Scott Caudell is back out. Looks like a modified, no front fenders, no hood. But Scott Caudell is back out in the lineup. So the damage on the 20 car looked pretty bad, and I'm pretty certain it was, but not bad enough to knock him out of the lineup. Scott Caudell, minus the front fenders and hood, is back on the speedway. So we've only lost 3 cars. The 38 of Alex Ware, the 9 of Todd Kemp, and so far the 12 of Kyle Hadley. But we're not green yet either. We still have time. Still got some time. Remember, double file restarts this year. That's different. That's new. I got a feeling, I don't know, just a feeling. I got a feeling, I forgot what it was though. No, I got a feeling the 32 car, I don't know how it's going to handle, but I got a feeling he's going to drive the wheels off that thing. I just got that feeling. It's already hurt. He's going to pour the coals to it now. 22 laps on the board. Now, oh, look at Alex Ware rolling down pit road. How did that happen? Made a liar out of me. Alex Ware rolling on pit road. Great job from the Ware Racing crew after the mess in 3 and 4. I would not have guessed that. I certainly guessed wrong, but I thought Alex Ware was done for the night. He's rolling on pit road. He'll rejoin the field off turn 2. Great work from the Ware Racing team to get the 38 car back in the lineup. So right now, only 2 cars were missing, the 12 and the 9. Coming green, double file restarts. Leader of the race gets to choose whether they start on the bottom or the outside. Double file restarts. Boy, there's a lot of wounded warriors out there. Starting to look like a demo derby. Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car style. But new this year is the double file restart. We used to do single file restarts, leaders in a one single file up front. No more. It's all double file. The leader gets to choose inside or outside. Tony Conway has chosen the outside lane for the restart. Tony Conway, the Iceman, who won a track championship back in 2002, won the Halloween 200 in 1998, has not been to victory lane in a long, long time. I'm thinking he's especially hungry, thirsty. One lap signal from the stand. We appreciate your patience. Kyle Hadley back in the lineup. How about that? Hey, Kyle. Hey there, Kyle. Welcome back. Just one car, the 9, unable to go after the big pile-up and mess in 3 and 4. You're looking at the very best, the highest quality, the most competitive street stock class in the United States of America. The very best drivers, you've got them here tonight. The Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars with 22 laps on the board. We'll need 28 more coming to green this time by. Hey, hang on there, Tony. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not going to go. Whoa, whoa, hang on to it down there. Jamie Goodman with a race car sideways in 1 and 2. Boy, that's what happens when you're coming to green and then you wave it off. They tend to stack up. I didn't see any contact down there. Jamie Goodman got sideways and spun. I don't think he hit anything. Tony Conway pretty much jumped the start, and that's why we're going again. Come on, Jamie. That's what happens. These cars get hot, they get going, and they're hard to refire. But he's got it refired, and in time, give me first gear. Now give me second gear. All right. Did not go a lap down. Did not go a lap down. Well, the 12 and 20 aren't right. They're back on pit road for service. It's a modern-day miracle that they got out at all. You think about it. The 12 car was nearly on his lid, and now he's back in the lineup on pit road for the moment to the attention of his crew. Jamie Goodman. They're mad for Jamie Goodman. You hear those fans, those Jamie Goodman fans down there? You can hear them from Arkansas. Can you scream a little louder? That wasn't good enough. Thank you. Much better, much better. You won't be able to talk tomorrow, but that's okay. We appreciate you fans coming out in support of your drivers. That's big for these guys. It's big for us, and it's big for those guys that risk it all behind the wheel. We appreciate each and every one of you. I think that's the 2-lap signal, right, from the stand? Yeah, he's giving the peace sign down there, right? Still catching on. Barry Smedley, the official starter and flagman on the stand here tonight, veteran of the Salem Speedway. We appreciate all that. Todd Kemp's back out. Oh, where'd that come from? Minus the right front door, it's dragging. No left side on the car. Todd Kemp is back in the lineup. This is incredible. So cool. Thanks, Barry Smedley, flagman. He's been working here in some capacity, reaching back to the 1970s. He's done it all here on the flag stand tonight, Barry Smedley. Thank you for your service. Man, they're all back in the show now. Look at that car. Todd, he don't need a right front door. Tear that off. Days of Thunder. lot of wear and tear, man. These guys work hard on these cars, and they worked hard here tonight. Best street stock class in the country, barring none. When these guys go to Bristol and race, those Bristol Street Stock Nationals, watch the finish result. It's the Salem guys that are typically up front. And you ask any driver that's run both tracks, this track is way more challenging than Bristol. Bristol is glass rock smooth. This place is rougher than a corn cob. And it's a handful. Beautiful night in southern Indiana on the high banks of grand old Salem Speedway. This is kind of a retro night if you think about the Midwest Old Timers Vintage Race Car Club, all those retro race cars. Well, if you look at this field of street stocks, this is a retro street stock class. This is what the NASCAR Cup Series would have looked like in 1985. You're looking at the NASCAR Cup Series in 1987. This is what it was. This is what it still is at Salem Speedway. Boy, the 9 car of Todd Kemp was just pouring coal smoke from the right side. Pace truck, Eddie Gilstrap Motors pace truck down pit road, coming to the start this time by. Here we go. Good start that time by, especially for Tony Conway, who leads the way off turn 2. Here comes Justin Fiedler and Brandon Deckard up front. How about that? Oh, trouble up there. Easy, David. Easy, boy. Easy, boy. Wow. Man, oh, man. Take it easy, David. Baines just drilled the 12T. Take it easy, David. Battle for the lead. Conway and Justin Fiedler battling for the lead. Fiedler has never won here at Salem Speedway. He's in the mix tonight. Come on, keep going, Brian Bear. Make that Brandon Deckard. My apologies. I get those two green cars mixed up. That's Brandon Deckard going for the lead. My apologize to the Brandon Deckard crew who worked so hard to bring it. I get it confused with the 84 car. They're both, the paint schemes are very similar. It's Brandon Deckard looking for a career first victory here tonight, chasing the veteran Tony Conway. We're halfway home now. Brett Deckard looking for room on the high side. Not enough. He'll fall back in line. Leaders coming up on lap traffic here tonight. Look at Jamie Goodman. Right front pin, hood pin out of that car. Lifting off turn 4. Have to keep an eye on that. Right front hood pin gone on the 75. Hood starting to lift off there in the 75. We'll keep an eye on that. Keeping an eye on the leaders in 3 and 4, Tony Conway with Brandon Deckard in the rear view mirror. Off turn number 4. 26 laps on the board. Now Brandon Deckard got some room on the high side. Your leaders are door to door down the backstretch. Brandon Deckard racing the veteran Tony Conway. Giving it up in 3 and 4. Your new leader is Brandon Deckard off turn 4. Wow, how about that? Brandon Deckard showing the way now. Found a way around the veteran Tony Conway, working the high side off turn 2. Made it work, made it stick. New leader in 3 and 4. Shepherdsville, Kentucky's Brandon Deckard off turn number 4. Oh, look at poor Todd Kemp just putting around on the bottom edge. Panels completely torn off on both sides, trying to get all he can out of this, trying to get the points. Oh, wow. What a night. What a night. Brandon Deckard, the leader now, off turn 4. Tony Conway running second. Third is the 4 car of Mike Sharp. Fourth now, Justin Fiedler. And the 74 of Austin Baum giving it a great ride here tonight. Baum currently 5th off turn 2. Baum looking for racing room inside of the 84. Not enough. He'll fall back into the tire tracks. Your leader is Brandon Deckard off turn 4. Todd Kemp now steering for pit road. Kemp now on pit road with the 9 car. Boy, he's been through it tonight. Been through the mill, as they say. Bear still putting around on the bottom end with a badly wounded race car, but he's still out there. Meanwhile, Brandon Deckard beginning to drive away from the veteran Tony Conway. 33 laps on the board this time by. Brandon Deckard, your leader, now about 10 lengths over veteran Tony Conway. Further back by about 15 lengths is the 4 car of Michael Sharp, Justin Fiedler, and Austin Baum, your top 5. Further back, it's Jamie Goodman in 6th. And how about the run from the rookie tonight in the 92, or make that the 59 car, Nick Cook, giving it a great ride tonight. He's got David Baines, the veteran, in his mirror, but a great ride tonight from Nick Cook, car number 59, the Louisville, Kentucky driver, dancing with the leaders on the high banks. 35 laps on the board that time by. Brandon Deckard, your leader, still. Look at Baines now getting busy on the high side. David Baines side by side with a wounded race car. Nonetheless, making it work off turn 2. He'll take the position from Nick Cook in the 59 as Baines continues to hunt toward the front. The 4-time track champion not out of this one yet. There's time to get there. He's going to have to hustle hard. Look at Austin Baum looking for a way around the 84 of Justin Fiedler. That opens up the door for Jamie Goodman, who peeks inside of both. He'll fall back in line, headed off to 3 and 4. Leader is still Brandon Deckard. Car number 13, 54. Tony Conway runs second. Third is Dr. Michael Sharp. And right now, Justin Fiedler has his hands full with a bunch. It's Austin Baum looking for room on the high side. He's got also the 32 and the 75 of Jamie Goodman and the 32 of David Baines. That's the best battle on the track. The battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. They're stacked up nose to tail and often side by side, especially now with Baum peeking inside of Fiedler. He's got a fender inside. They're now door to door off turn number 2. Baum on the bottom, Justin Fiedler on the high side. Back off into 3 and 4. Look at him, still working that lower end. Austin Baum on the bottom, trying to make it work. Wow, it's not often that they make it go on the bottom, but Baum making a great run of it, though, in the 74. That's a great, great battle on the track. Really is. How about this? Brandon Deckard continues to show the way, looking for the career first victory. Brandon Deckard out of Shepherdsville, Kentucky, car number 13. The Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, Tim Hodgkins Body Shop, In and Out Auto Services, Chevrolet. His career best finish, podium 3rd last year, but he's not been to victory lane, not on the Salem high banks. He's inching his way ever so closer with just 9 laps to go. That time by Brandon Deckard with a commanding lead off turn number 2. Oh, and there's trouble. Trouble up in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 make it. David Baines into the bottom guardrail. Wow. I knew it was, I'm not going to say I knew it, but you kind of sort of figured it was coming. Wow. Caution on the speedway. That's the last thing Brandon Deckard wanted to see. There's so much going on out there, it's hard to keep up with. 41 laps on the board. We'll need just 9 more to call tonight for the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Cars. Baines plowed into the inner guardrail head on down there. He landed hard, but the machine is rolling. Locked horns with Justin Fiedler in the 84 car. But Baines was coming, and he knew he was running out of time to get there. Caution on the speedway. We've been a little bit of everything out there tonight. Hard to keep up with this. Your leader is Brandon Deckard, car number 13. looking for a career first victory. The Iceman, Tony Conway, rides second. Dr. Michael Sharp giving it a great run tonight. Austin Bombs driving the wheels off that 74 car with Jamie Goodman in the rearview mirror. What a show, what a race. There's Baines. Look at the damage report on Baines. He's got plenty of it up front. He's been through a war tonight on the high banks. David Baines. Smoke pouring from the car. That's tire smoke for sure. He's got fender rubs down there. Looked like Baines was going to be okay for a while. He locked horns with the 84 of Justin Fiedler. They both slid. But Baines couldn't keep it off the inner guardrail and plugged the inner guardrail hard down there. And he's got plenty of damage up front. See if he can get it back out. I don't see the 84 car of Justin Fiedler, who was part of the action down there in 1 and 2. So, Brandon Deckard, your leader, has never won a feature event at Salem Speedway. This would be a career first for the Shepherdsville, Kentucky driver. So having a big night in the ride of his life here tonight. Kyle Hadley's back on pit road. That's his 6th trip down pit road tonight. They've been busy on the 12 car. Wow, this is a big night for Brandon Deckard. His best finish, the leader, his best finish was 3rd last year. But it's hard to win here at Salem. And he's getting a little help tonight with some of the front runners out of the mix. Brian Bear, Todd Kemp, the 12 of Hadley, David Baines has had his share of trouble here tonight. So that opens up the door and the opportunity for some of these guys who don't always get there to get there tonight. Brandon Deckard is a super duper young man. He's just a young kid, never won here. He's a craftsman fabricator. He fabricates a lot of these street stock bodies for a lot of these drivers. He's just a young kid, a young adult, I should say, but he's really skilled in the fabrication end of this street stock business. Not only is he skilled in fabrication, he's a pretty doggone good wheelman and showing it here tonight. Your leader, Brandon Deckard, car number 13, looking for that career first feature event victory on the Salem High Banks. Beautiful night in southern Indiana. Couldn't be better. Sun going down, lights coming on. USAC Silver Crown Series, the 61st running of the Joe James Pat O'Connor Memorial, yet on the way. What a night, what a night, what a great night. We thank you all for being here tonight. So many choices in the entertainment world these days. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you choosing to be with us tonight at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Putting your hard-earned money down on the table, getting through the gate. From all of us to all of you for being here tonight, thank you. Thanks to the Kentuckiana Ford dealers who made this event possible, the title sponsor of tonight's 61st running of the James O'Connor Classic. Thank you, Kentuckiana Ford dealers and the Eddie Gilstrap Motors Ford dealership locally here in Salem, Indiana. Beautiful Salem, Indiana. Damage report on the 84. He's got right front corner damage. Spindle hub probably broke, shock broke. Doubtful he'll be back. Tough luck. Justin Fiedler, I'll get there. Justin Fiedler was running well tonight and up front with the leaders. And for whatever reason, he and the 32 locked horns down there, and Goodman, I'm stumbling here. Fiedler got the worst of it. And I don't see the 32 car back out yet either. 32 car, yep, David Baines looking down toward turn 1. Baines is still on pit road. They're still working on it. And this is the hard part because double file restarts, Brandon Deckard, the leader who's never won, will have to choose inside or outside. That'll ratchet up the nerves as we go back to green here on the high banks. Gives us a chance to let that sun go down, cool things off as we heat it up on the high banks with the USAC Silver Crown Series coming your way next. Beautiful Salem, Indiana. Salem Speedway since 1947. One of the most famous classic short tracks in America and really all the world. Tradition, history, action. This place has seen it and had it all. One lap signal from the stand. We go next time by. Here we go again. The 32 car still on pit road. David Baines still on pit. This is not only going to open up the door for a new winner here tonight, possibly, but it's going to shake up the championship point standings in a big way. This thing is jumbled up and all around. Coming to green. This is interesting. It really, we're seeing some new blood up front, really. And it's interesting. It gives these guys a chance to shine under the lights on the high banks. Lights coming on now, and we're coming to green. Tension up front. These restarts can be intense. Often, typically are. Official. Eddie Gilstrap Motors Ford Pace Truck on pit road. Here we go, coming to green. Brandon Deckard gets the good start on the high side. He'll lead Tony Conway. Show the way off turn 2. Austin Baum dropped a bomb on the 4 car of Dr. Michael Sharp and finds himself third in the late going with 8 laps to go this time by. Brandon Deckard, your leader. Austin Baum running third now. Dr. Michael Sharp and Jamie Goodman running 5th. Leaders still stacked up. And caution on the speedway. Caution on the speedway. The 92 of Wesley Howard has got himself on pit road. Wesley Howard, car number 92, the Philpott, Kentucky driver on pit road. And I'm looking for the caution. Probably it's right in front of my eyes and I don't see it. I don't know. Okay, yeah, I think something came off the 9 car possibly. That's not hard to believe, looking at the 9 car on pit road. Something fell off the 9 car. No kidding. Debris on the track. You know what? There won't be too many more parts falling off the 9 car. He doesn't have that many more to give. He's down to bare bones chassis. If something falls off now, it's going to be big. What a race. Brandon Deckard looking for that career first victory here tonight. Got the 75 car back on pit road. That's 75 of Jeremy Lutz in the Ford Thunderbird. He's on pit road. A lot of good cars here tonight and a lot of new names up front. It's kind of neat to see Harold Bratcher looking good tonight in the 40 car. Good job, Harold Bratcher, car number 40 up front there. Good for you, Harold Bratcher. Handsome Harry, car number 40 out of Louisville. rookie, but a chance to run with the leaders here tonight. We still need 9 more laps. We did not complete a lap on the last attempt. We go back to, in caution, we go back to the last recorded lap. So we're back to 41. All right. Get a little everything, a little bit of everything and a lot of bit of everything in this Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car class. They put on a great show each and every week. They work hard to bring what they got, and they really bring it. They really bring it. Eddie Gilstrap Motors Ford Pace Truck coming to pit road. We're going to do this again, coming to green. This time by little Brandon Deckard, your leader, off turn 4. And now still the leader off turn 2. Great restart for Brandon Deckard. He kind of took off a little early, but checked up, gave the 54 car an opportunity to come back alongside, and with more momentum on the high side, drove away, coming to lap 42 this time by. Smart restart from Brandon Deckard. Very smart. Very, very smart. Like the way he did that. Brandon Deckard, your leader off turn 2. Deckard, Tony Conway, Michael Sharp. Now Michael Sharp took the spot back from the 74 of Austin Baum. 7 laps to go. We're 43 on the board. Shepherdsville, Kentucky's Brandon Deckard showing the way off turn number 2. Brandon Deckard. In the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, Tim Hodgkins Body Shop, In and Out Auto Services, Chevrolet showing the way off turn 4. 6 laps to go. 6 laps to go, less than that now. Look at Baum getting busy on the high side. Dr. Michael Sharp will close the door off turn number 2. Here comes Jamie Goodman in the 75. 2nd through 5th, they're stacked up nose to tail. 5 to go, this time by 5 to go. Great race. Whoa, Austin Baum with a handful off turn 4. Look at that race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. This is good stuff on the high banks. It'll be a 4-lap dash from here. Brandon Deckard the leader, but the battle for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th is a dandy now. Coming to 46 laps. 4 to go. 4 to go this time by. Call it a 4-lap trophy dash. Can Brandon Deckard hang on for the career first victory? This is the part where they start hearing all the noises. What was that? Do I feel a vibration? Is there something going wrong? Right now, it's going all right for the Shepherdsville, Kentucky driver. And what a big night this will be if he can hang on. He's got his father here tonight. His father is instrumental on that car as part of the crew. Further back, they're getting busy, though, with laps winding down. Austin Baum is now inside of Dr. Michael Sharp in the 4 car. They're door-to-door in 3 and 4, sliding their way off turn 4. This is good stuff. This is what I'm talking about. These guys bring it each and every week. What a great show. It's the Lucas Oil Great American Stock Car class. They are the very best, the most competitive, most awesome, most experienced, most everything street stock class in the country. They are the best at what they do, and they bring it every time. Laps winding down. In fact, we'll put up the white flag this time by. Young Brandon Deckard just has to figure out a way around this place one more time. Less than that off turn 4. Further back, they're racing for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Austin Baum inside of the 4 car of Dr. Michael Sharp racing inches apart. But back up front, the leader off turn 4, Brandon Deckard, a first-time winner at Salem Speedway, has won the Hoosier Lottery 50-lap feature event. Congratulations. Tony Conway, the Iceman, comes home second tonight. Third is Dr. Michael Sharp in the 4-car. Brandon Make That Austin Baum with a spectacular run tonight in fourth. And Jamie Goodman, car number 75, a great run from the Shepherdsville, Kentucky driver Goodman in fifth here tonight. What a show! What a show! Check. The car, correct victory. Let's hear it for Brandon Deckard. Check. It's so much fun to, last thing we wanted to see was all those race cars torn up, but it happens on the high banks. It certainly did tonight. But it also opens up the door for a first-time winner. And that's so much fun to see. As hard as this young gentleman works, his dad's down here congratulating him, the whole crew's here. And what a deserved victory. And I know how good this one must feel. Brandon, talk to me, man. Got to get the name spelling right on the big check, I guess. They're going over that now in consultation down here to get the numbers right on the big check. But a first-time victory here tonight, the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, Tim Hodgkins Body Shop, Joe Williamson Racing Engines, and one whale of a street stock racer. It's so neat to see a first-time winner, and I know this one feels especially great for you. Congratulations, Brandon Deckard. How was it from your windshield tonight?
The car was great. If I can learn how to qualify, I might be able to get a couple more of these every now and then. But starting 14th is tough with the drivers that we race with.
How's it feel to be a winner at Salem Speedway?
I'm speechless. I don't know what to do. I think it means more to me than to my dad than it does me.
I can believe that. It was so neat to see the joy in your father's eyes, but it is especially difficult. Tonight, did you get a little help being some of the front runners got wadded up early on?
Yeah, that was a blessing in disguise right there.
Not for some of the other guys, but it worked out well for you. Congratulations. This is so cool. A first-time winner at Salem Speedway. I know how much it means. Come back and do it again.
Hopefully I can do it again next weekend.
That's Brandon Deckard, your first-time winner at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Our congratulations to you. Maybe we can even get a word with the Iceman. The Iceman. The Iceman cometh. Talk to me. Oh, they're doing a little radio interview now. We don't want to get in the way of that. Good job, brother. Way to go. Louisville, Kentucky's Tony Conway, the Iceman, a runner-up finisher here tonight. It's been a while since we've seen you dance with the leaders in that way. I got a feeling it feels pretty good. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's good to have a chance again. Of course, it took a bunch of them crashing out there to give us a shot, but it was nice to be able to race with Brandon, and I'm proud of him for winning his first race. He was fast on the outside and won. I couldn't stop him.
You probably had a front row view of what happened up there in 3 and 4 with the front runners. What'd you see from your windshield?
Well, they pulled away from me a little bit, so I couldn't see until it already happened. I just saw them all gathered up there.
You still feel like you got the job done here tonight? You feel like you can come back and do it again?
Yeah, I'm hoping to come out with a win this year. That's the tough part, but yeah, I think we still can. We're finding more and more things to try.
And the wheelman still got going on. Congratulations, the Iceman, Tony Conway. He's a runner-up finish here tonight at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Let's check in with a couple more here before we cut out and move on with the program. We got to go. We got to go because we got a lot to get done here tonight. Want to talk to the good doctor before we leave, though. Congratulations, Bardstown, Kentucky's Dr. Michael Sharp, who's a chiropractor by trade and a heck of a wheelman on Saturday nights here at Salem. You're third tonight. How's it feel?
Good. It's been a little bit. I hate for the guys up front. You know, they're always fast, but it's nice to get a chance to race for something, and it was awesome. Thanks for Austin for racing me clean. Good job, Tony. Great job, Justin. I'm proud of him. He does a heck of a job. High side hustler is right. Yeah, thanks, Ralph. My father-in-law and car owner, Mike Ewing, always 20 years he's come up and helped me. My boy Reese Watson comes up and helps me. Just can't thank them enough.
Great job.
There's a little bit of room on the side of the car.
There's a little bit of room on the side of the car. You mean for a sponsor? Okay, well, that's not a bad choice. He's a third-place finisher here tonight. Let's talk with Austin Baum real quick. Come to me. I don't know if my microphone. Yeah, you got to come to me, mister. My microphone might cut out as I get farther away from the control tower. Congratulations. Thought you were going to come home third tonight, but you still gave it a great run. Congratulations. Talk to me about it.
It's hot.
I already knew that.
Yeah, I don't know. Before the last caution, I thought we had a really good shot at running third, maybe even getting a shot at the win. Just got pinned on the bottom, lost all momentum, burned tires up, trying to run down. Part of it.
You did a great job. Congratulations, Austin Baum from Shepherdsville. Boy, the Kentucky boys really got it done here tonight. Let's talk to one more, and then I'll leave you guys alone. Come to me. Come to me, my good man. Well, congratulations, Jamie Good. Fifth place finish here tonight. And thanks for bringing that. I mean, come on, man. You got the best fan club in town tonight. Yeah. Congratulations. Tell me about your night.
Best qualifying run we've ever had. I was so happy about that. Started back a little further than I thought that we would have, but I just kept plugging away at it each lap and found out I was in top 5. Hell, I never looked back. I was gone.
Top 5's pretty cool. How far away are you from that first victory?
About 7 days.
About 7 days. That's right. We race next Saturday night. That's the best answer I've heard in a long time. Congratulations, Jamie Goodman, a fifth place finisher here tonight.
I say thanks to all my sponsors and everybody that's ever helped me out. Brandon Deckard, he worked his tail off on this car this week. Gary Hadley, Justin Hadley, we spent every night in the shop since last race. All my sponsors, Wright Mechanical, Turtlefish, Clothing, Titan, Tinton Graphic, Joe Williamson, Ray Nixon, Sean Smith, everybody that helps. Man, just thank you.
Takes an army to get it done. Jamie Goodman is a fifth place finisher here tonight.